everyone, how are you all? कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? I hope you all must be having a great time. And now we are proudly launching our history optional foundation cum enrichment course for the people who are aspiring for UPSC Civil Services 2027, guys. Now this is a launch video and I am going to explain you a lot of things over here regarding history optional. First thing I will be telling you that why you should opt history as an option. Why you should go ahead with history optional, or what are the advantages which you have to keep in your mind, guys, because you are understanding history over here in UPSC from the competitive mindset. The syllabus is fixed, whereas when you go ahead with history as a subject from academic discipline, you have to go ahead with masters, PhD. That is a complete different discipline, guys, right? So there is a fear among aspirants about history options, and there are a lot of myths which I will break in this particular session over here. Try to see it. This will be going to be a short video where I am going to explain you this part, as well as what we are offering you in this FCE course, Foundation Cum Enrichment course. And you will be amazed to know that I'm going to give you this history options on your tips, guys, right? So let us discuss what all is containing in this course. I will be telling you that. We'll be discussing about the syllabus, PYQ. I will be asking you to see as well if you are someone new to this particular optional category. Now let us discuss that why you should go ahead with history as an optional, guys. What are the advantages of taking history as an optional? First point which you are seeing over here is, just see the first point. There is huge GS overlap. Suppose if you are not choosing history as an option, you are choosing any other subject, then also you have to devote a fixed time to history, because history is one of your core subject for your prelims, for your mains in GS1, right? You still have to devote 2-3 months for history as a subject, right? But if you are choosing history as an optional, only 40% new, only 40% things you have to see, which is going to be new, in depth you can say, and extra you can say. Alright, so if you have chosen history as an option, you don't have to worry about the GS subject, guys. You will be through in the prelims, in the mains, right? Because mains will also be GS1, carries huge weightage for history, right? So one key advantage of history as an optional is huge GS overlap, which you are going to see over here. All right. Second advantage is scoring potential. Time and again, every year you will be finding people with history optional are scoring more than 300 plus. More than 300 they are scoring, guys. So there is no doubt about that whether we can score good marks in history. It will only happen if you are conceptually sound, guys, right? So this you have to keep in your mind as well, right? So there is no doubt about. Now the third advantage you are finding over here is spillover effect, guys. What do I mean by spillover effect? Is that in your ethics and essay you need a lot of example, anecdotes, you need a lot of stories which you can write over there with respect to a lot of things, a lot of topics, right? Where you will be getting out those things, you will be getting these things from history, guys, right? Because history is containing a lot of examples which you can add in your ethics and essays and other subjects, right? And majorly basically ethics and essay you will be finding, right? And also it will be having an added advantage in your interview as well. Okay, so this is one thing. The fourth advantage which you will be seeing over here is that this is a static subject. Other optional you have to see the current affairs as well, but over here the current affairs utility is only 10%. Whatever there will be in news, we will be covering that, but the 95% of the subject is static. Right, so there is no change about that you will be finding, right? So this is one added advantage. You don't have to go ahead with the reading the newspaper regularly and keeping in touch with the scholarly view. No, not required, right? And fifth added advantage is with this, for this subject you don't need any background. No background is required for this. You are engineering subject student, you can take it. You are a law graduate, you can take it. You are a medical science graduate, you can take it if you are not sound with respect to your background, right? You can opt this option. Also, let me show you a data, right? When I say that you must be going ahead with anthro, socio, PSIR and other subject, if that is in your mind, if you're thinking about that, out of all these subjects, you will be finding that in history, there is less competition, right? Because a lot of people choose history as an option, but comparatively over here, you will find less competition, right? Now this is a UPSC official data in their annual report. They have highlighted that how many this is the latest data of civil services means 2022, right? They have not updated for 2025 or 2024, right? This is the official data which they have published on their website. You can also check it out. In that, they have mentioned about one table that in 2022 mains examination, how many students appeared with what optional subject, right? So over here, you will be finding like some non-technical options which everybody think about choosing, like anthropology. You will be finding 1800 students sit with it in the means, right? And then you will be finding like with geography 1200 students sat, right? With history you will be finding only 636 students sat in the mains examination. So you can see comparatively less competition, whereas in a PSIR you will be finding 2378 students sat with this optional, guys. And similarly the case with sociology, you will be finding 1836 students, right? So what I was telling you, that there is comparatively less competition if you are choosing history as an optional. And I am with you for now this history optional as well, so you don't have to worry about it, guys, right? So these are the advantages, added advantages you are going to have with respect to history as an optional. Now you try to understand that what we are offering you in this course. One by one I'll be telling you, just see the points. First of all, we will be covering it in the time oriented manner, that we are going to take maximum 5 months to cover history as an optional. And not only history from the optional point of view, but also your prelims point of view, your mains point of view, and then optional point of view, it will be covered, guys, right? Anyway, if you don't have to choose optional, तब भी आपको 3 महीने तो देने पड़ेंगे history को. You have to cover ancient, medieval, art and culture, post independence, modern history, world history, right? All these you anyway have to study. But now I am telling you that with this optional, you just have to think about 40% more content, all right, that we are going to see. And maximum 5 months we are going to cover your entire history optional from your, not only from optional point of view, but from your overall examination point of view, right? And I will be giving you a comprehensive coverage from all the standard sources. I will be telling you about in the orientation session, don't worry about it. But we will be taking like every aspect which is required for this particular examination, right? You don't have to worry about it. In the class, I will be focusing upon like conceptual, not only conceptual, but the rectification aspect as well. Because history, this competition, this competitive UPSC is not about conceptual understanding. That's good that you know about that why northwestern borders have been important throughout in ancient, medieval and modern. You must be knowing about it, but nobody is going to ask you that. But people might ask you that what are the Paleolithic sites we are having in Afghanistan? What are the Paleolithic sites which we are having in Andhra? Right, that you have to rectify, and that I am going to tell you in the class itself. Those who know me, they know from earlier classes, they know about my pedagogy, my teaching methods, and they must be having trust, right? But you also trust me that I am going to let you rectify these particular thing in the class itself. Timeline and all will be rectified in your mind. You will not be having any problem with respect to timeline. Okay. Second thing, there is a myth about that this is a vast option. Let me tell you, this is a vast option if you will not cover prelims and mains of your GS as well when you are studying optional. Right, if you are not covering it with respect to this, then it will become a vast optional, because then it will take you some time to cover optional, then see it from this perspective. No, you have to combine them, and when you will combine it, you will be finding that in just 4 to 5 months you are good to go with this particular optional category, right? In the class, the most important thing is over here that I will be providing you with the class handouts, PPTs and material. You just have to go ahead with the running notes, everything which you will be getting over here, and that on that you have to write, right? And only points which you will be getting new in the class. Rest everything will be in written format. You have to devote your time not in writing, not in dictation, but understanding whatever I am speaking, that will be written in the notes, and you have to utilize that time to understand, to underline, to mark it, what is important, what is not. So this is the most important point which will make us complete our syllabus in a time oriented manner, guys, right? So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about the standard sources as well, because everything I will be giving you in a comprehensive manner. Okay, from your 11th class old NCERT, like from Upinder Singh for ancient, or for any other book, I will be giving you a comprehensive coverage, I am telling you, right? Then the other thing which is there in history optional is the mapping module you will be finding, right? Because the added advantage which I say is in paper 1 you will be getting 50 marks mapping part, and this people fear from this, guys, because they don't see it, though they don't understand it from the competitive mindset that how you have to do this particular thing, right? For example, this is the question every time, every year they will be giving you this in paper number 1. They will be marking, and this is, I think this is the most lucrative part of history optional which people fear because they don't understand it rightly. Let me assure you that just see my one of the mapping class, one of the history mapping class, and you will be having all these particular sites in your tips, guys, right? So they will be asking you simply Neolithic, Mesolithic site in the map, and you have to mark it, right? 95% of the sites will be solved by you in any examination you go ahead with, like 2027, 2022, any examination you sit, and you will be able to cover this. So mapping module will be there, which will you will be getting over here, you don't have to worry about. Then weekly revisions will be having, for example, you have completed one chapter, that is paleo, meso, Neolithic, or in 1 week whatever you have studied, we are going to have the revision classes over here, like how you have to keep in mind. Mapping revision classes will be going to have doubt classes, enrichment, like whatever I have to give you new, and we are going to discuss the PYQ though in the class itself and then separately in our discussion itself. So this is going to be a long session. It will be happening weekly, right? Weekly, where you can ask me anything and I will be telling you and giving you about this enrichment and other revision which we will be doing, right? Okay, so PYQs will be covered in the class itself. You will be finding that my pedagogy is we will be starting with the PYQs, we will be understanding the PYQs and then going ahead with the class content, right? And then there is, you will be getting my personal mentorship, not only the validity of the course, but until you get a rank, guys, you will be connected with me throughout. Don't worry about it. I will be guiding you with respect to everything. I will be scheduling your time for the optional as well, right? So once you subscribe the course, everything will be handled by me, because you are not only 500 marks optional you are having, but in prelims also you are having 15 questions. That is equal to 30 marks in prelims you will be finding, and in mains you are going to have like 7 to 8 questions from history, right? 7 to 8 questions I'm talking about. So all this you are carrying with me, right? And quick summaries we will be providing over here. So you just have to attend the class and be in connect, or basically be in connect with the subject as we will move through. You will be getting everything on your tips with respect to history, guys, right? Now if you have any doubt with respect to the course, with respect to this particular course, you can come up with me on this number, connect with me in this number 3485, right? This is my official number. You can connect with me on this number, guys. And in the comments below also I have put the number. You can join the Telegram channel as well. All right. Okay, so I will be explaining you. If you have any doubt, we will be discussing that. Now let us discuss about the syllabus of history optional, right? Now the syllabus of history optional, you will be finding it is written as this in the official notification. When you will be seeing, आपको देखना चाहिए official notification. In this manner, they have specified the syllabus in a clear-cut manner. There will be topics for paper 1, like this. They have mentioned the topics for paper 1. Overall 21 or 24 topics you are going to find for paper 1, and this is divided between basically ancient history and medieval history. So it will be starting from sources, prehistory, Indus Valley, megalithic, Aryans. Already obviously you have to study it for the GS subject as well, even if you don't study as an optional perspective. आपको ये सब देखना ही पड़ेगा, right? Modern empire, post modern empire, and then medieval history also is covered in paper 1, right? And then the part of art and culture, like the temple architecture, like the painting, sculpture, dance, music, is also added in the lines. So what we have to do, what I will be telling you, that for every particular line we are going to have some content, right? And we are going to corroborate our content or whatever we are studying with respect to the PYQs, right? So as we will go ahead, we will be covering these particular topics, guys. Next we have paper 2. In paper 2 we have modern history, world history, and post independence. Now we have divided it like this, right? So they have not written paper 2 will be starting from modern, but obviously modern history, European penetration, British expansion, early structure of British Raj, right? And this you will be finding Indian response, right? Industrialization, you will be finding it as world wars. That means world history will be beginning over here. ठीक है, तो ये वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री का पार्ट भी इसमें रहेगा आपको. These are the topics which we have to study and prepare as well. Right, so 100% of the syllabus will be covered, and the utility you are going to find in the GS subject as well. ठीक है, for more details you can contact with me, and just after subscribing to the course you just have to follow it sincerely. You have to be connected with me, you have to have faith in yourself as well, and trust in me as well, and we are going to score 300 plus in the coming examination, guys. If you have any doubt, you can comment down, or you can see the number in the comment below, and also join our Telegram channel, guys, for more updation or for more updates, right? Thank you so much, guys. I'll be meeting you in the class.